Leave them in peace.
Obviously not referring to us.
Leave the giants in peace. Do not start the war. You don't want these. You don't want to catch these hands. Sure, a symbol of fervor. Whatever. Like I have all the things I need, so like all this stuff is extra. And like I understand it if no one wanted to engage in content, side content. That's why it's there. Because you never know how many quests people are gonna do, how many islands they're gonna see. But like to me, I don't know, man. It just feels weird to like constantly get things. I know those chests would have held better items if I hadn't gotten them first. It just feels useless. It makes the end of the game feel just blah. Because I even think in the first, well, all the other games, right? You had your whatchamacallits, your Gorgonites and whatnot that you had to collect. And if you had collected them already and opened up a chest, you ended up just getting orbs instead. And orbs are always great because you always needed more orbs to upgrade, because you can't fully upgrade your stuff throughout pretty much the first part of the game unless you like play perfectly, absolutely perfectly. So they had a nice tricky way of being like, oh, okay, you've collected all the Gorgon's eyes, so you don't need them here, so we'll just give you more orbs so you can just upgrade your stuff. But you would have gotten the Gorgon eyes anyway. I don't know, it's just weird. Y'all get what I'm saying. It's just, I feel like in the next game they need to work on how many chests are around the world and what you get out of them. More specifically, they need to cut down on the amount of armors that are in the game. Punched him in the gut and killed him. Shit's intense, dude. Who? Where? Is there someone in there? Yeah, there totally is. There's multiple people. Oh my god. That was kind of terrifying. It's nice that they die, though. That's kind of cute. Can I just run through this? I feel like I can make that. No, I totally can, because I've already been through it. Ooh. Wait, no. This is bad. Because now I need to climb up this other one. Right? Nope, that's not how you do it. I need this one in time with it as well. This one's gonna be tricky. Nope. Oh, that is it. Golly, dude. Golly. This one stays down, that's why. That's what I was getting confused. I wonder what other, like, labors we technically have left. Kind of just, like, ignored doing labors at a certain point. Oh, hey, buds. Bye, buds. Can I grip him? Nah. He's got that shield. Don't think that kills, but man, that guy got messed up. He barely even got outside the rift. Embarrassing. How embarrassing. You know what? 10 out of 10, this game doesn't have enough headbutts. That was... I think that was the first time I actually noticed Kratos doing a headbutt.
Time to flip the tempo.
Momo, are you back, or should I take care of that?
It's starting to sound normal.
I'm gonna put it in, and then if we double up, I can go fix it on the site. Is this still even? Okay, that's not it. There's still more? What did I not do? It's telling me that I have to go up? Nope. I had to wait for Atreus. Fair enough.
I know what I promised, but in case this doesn't work, just remember, Tyr had good cause to create these obstacles. He's kept Jotunheim out of Odin's reach, but the world is hardly at peace.
No, but it's got hope. We're all working together now. We have unity. That's what the rune on the door to this place was telling us. We're on Tyr's path.
Hopefully. Man, I hope we stick to those. Because this could be really awkward. We are inviting Odin into Jotunheim. And that is dangerous.
What's with your legs, brother?
Who knows?
Just trying to be helpful.
The amount of power that has to go into that. Jesus, Kratos.
On the day that brute force is the answer, I'll be quite happy to be on your side, brother. And we're not dead. That's a plus.
Don't even worry about it, Mama. I took care of it. You go enjoy your food.
Travel room from there.
Sit back and enjoy yourself. There is no need for you to stress. I got it.
Oh, he's right, you know. I see it too. A place to climb up back where he did the flipping.
Place? Wait, what? Place to climb up back where we did the flipping? You mean here? Oh, yeah,
Atreus,
totally.
Follow me.
Whoop,
See that, Mimir?
that was a full name.
Nobody can do all this alone. All these obstacles. They're just chances to prove we're the ones who can beat them. We may argue. Me and Father, you and Freya, Brock and Sindri. But when we all work together, we do make a good team. And that's Tyr's test. That's why we're gonna make it to Jotunheim.
Do you hear that, brother? Lad's found his equilibrium.
What's that mean?
He means you speak wisely, Atreus. And that is good to hear.
There it is, dude. It's coming through, saying it more and more. He's still nowhere near the ratio of, you know, the boys, but... Oh, hold on. I'm gonna move that down. Momo, if you're back, just let me know real quick, and I can relinquish control to you. I just wasn't sure. You said you had your hands full, so I just was taking care of it. Hold on. Let me mark us down 1. We should be at 34. There we go. All right. It has been returned.
Ha! I guess the temple was made to be flipped.
Look, the tree's upside down. Or are we? I'm not sure anymore.
Still dark as hell in here, dude. I know it's like atmosphere and ambience, but goddamn. You're settled and ready for counting. All right, cool. I'll leave it up to you then. Hello?
Boy, your knife.
Oh, we're so close. Oh, we're so close. Do you think we're gonna get it?
Well, what have we got?
Some sort of travel stone.
Let me see.
I swear to God, if they cockblock us at 198 or 199, I'm gonna rage.
That's the Unity Stone.
You know it.
I wasn't sure it existed. If Tyr possessed this, that explains how he could visit all the realms and other lands to boot.
He held this.
Found a few that we missed. Oh shit, okay.
Yes. Yes, that's it. I understand now. It shows Tyr walking the realm between realms. You know how you must never stray from the path? Well, Tyr always followed his own path, if you catch my meaning.
Does Mimir have a blue tongue?
The realm between realms.
So Momo, what should our count be? How many did I miss? Because I didn't say out loud each of the ones, so unless you're watching the VOD where you could watch the chat go by.
You're saying Tyr's shrine showed him stepping off the branch of the world tree. And you're thinking To reach the secret path to Jotunheim, that's what we need to do?
I missed 5?
Oh dear. That is what you're thinking, isn't it?
So we're officially over 200. We hit the over 200. Shoot. We missed our 200 celebration. So we should be at 203, you're telling me? So Nightbot didn't technically miss them. When I was typing them in, it was lagging behind. So it was still updating on the website. I was checking it. So Nightbot didn't come through. If I typed exclamation point boy, it did go through. I did double check that. But if I straight up just didn't type it, then yeah. All right, fair enough. So we need to go back into the realm between realms, the area that Brock told us not to jump from.
Good. I am more than okay with not throwing ourselves over the edge of the world tree just yet.
In due time, boy.
Oh, there's one.
Really?
We'll call it. We'll say that we've hit over our 200. We'll have a little party celebration. And we need to connect into Jotunheim, is it telling us? Officially? Wait, does it matter where we go? No. Did it? Wait, hold on. Did it tell us which realm we need to go to? Do we need to go to one of the realms? What lies off the path of the world tree? Yeah, explore the realm between realms. I don't think it matters, per se. I think we just need to go into the realm between... Wait, no, that doesn't even work that way. Wait. That's not how that works at all. I need to find one of the mysterious gateways. Oh, there was a button prompt here. I'm sorry. I thought I looked at the door and I didn't see the button prompt. That's my bad. Alright, they don't have anything for us. They're just gonna smith away. The realm between realms.
If you're thinking about hurling us all into the void, I hope you're quite sure.
Wasn't it your idea? Find our own path, right?
Bollocks.
Mimir's own words come and biting him in the ass. You love it. You always love when that kind of stuff happens. All right. Well, shit. Obviously, we can see a structure of some sort. I don't know if that is a realm tower. Like, there's a possibility. Those are the two braziers over there. It's a little foggy and can't see, but there's a chance it's one of those tower connectors that we saw in Midgard.
This is where Tyr stepped beyond, and the Unity Stone protected him. Ready?
Ready.
Well, if this is it, lads, it's been an honor.
Our faith head.
I still don't think he's called Mimir by his name.
This is incredible!
Cool. Yep. It totally was the tower.
Be so nauseous without a stomach.
Come on. That was great.
Look.
The tower. I knew there was something down here.
Amazing. How do you hide something that exists in all realms? Cast it out of any realm to the space between. Clever old Tyr.
I feel like we're watching Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
It's not like you go through Vanaheim to reach the Midgard Peak.
But how do we use it?
I'd suggest we look inside, but stay alert. Tyr's little challenges are never as simple as they appear.
I have noticed.
Yeah, Kratos does have a thing about names. You are right. Oh, is this the last brazier? We'll actually be able to do it? Maybe not. Shit. There's no words on this one. Dicks. All right, well. Sure. I got so hopeful for half a second.
Well, this is sparse.
The pedestal.
Weird. I don't like that there's a rage thing or a health thing there. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to deal with some shit.
Oh no! It took the stone!
Tower. It's absorbing the stone's energy.
Something's happening! Is it moving? It's moving!
Music's kicking in.
The stone served its purpose. We're fulfilling Tyr's spell.
What happens now?
No idea, brother. But after that fall, I'm sure we're past the worst of it.
Yeah, right. Okay, okay. Probably should have gotten one with an AoE. A bigger AoE. But we can manage. Not in terribly worried. I should have gotten the Ice Storm one. But I don't really want to change out my stuff. What? Did you see that? Did you see how far he just magnetized himself to hit me? God, it's one of my least favorite things in video games, and they always do it. They always want to do it. I also don't think Mimir has called Kratos by his name. That might be a good point. I don't think we have actually heard Mimir call him that. He's called him the Ghost of Sparta for sure, but... called him brother. So many brothers. More?
Oh, looks like Alphon.
More. Dark elves this time. Oh, where'd it go? Oh shit, I didn't mean to switch arrows. I did not want that. Hate when I do that. So close, there he is. I don't think this kills him though. But it's still funny as hell. Got me in the cloak of darkness. And I hope that maybe I can hit one or two of them. I don't know which one this is. Oh, I'm in the darkness. Oh boy, it don't feel good in here. Man, did I get hit again? Because, man, we are stuck in the dark right now. There we go. It's scary in there. I didn't like it. Oh, he got me again. I'm such an idiot, dude. I think he's still right there. Nice. Interrupted him with that. Oh, is he? He was stunned. Not my best fight. Not anywhere close. Didn't almost die, but that was embarrassing. Oh boy.
We're back in hell?
Oh dear, here they come.
We're fine. Not even worried. Take out certain types of dudes first. Gotta remember there is an extra attack on that, and I never seem to want to use it for whatever damn reason. Nope. I know I said it before, but man, I love a good Kratos headbutt.
Surely that's enough of that.
Muspelheim?
Muspelheim. This won't be good.
One for each realm, that's for sure. I was gonna say, I don't even know who would come through for Muspelheim. There we are. Hello? Hello? I just see a boss name appear. Alright, there's one. It's alright, we got this shit. Not even worried. I know there's another enemy behind me, but I don't know who it is. Hello. Dude, the amount of damage that he just took, that was hilarious. That dude just ate it. Long-lasting burn damage and the AoE area of effect. Troll's Toll, labor complete as well. Nailed it. Wrath of Artemis.
I think it's over.
Aye. But where are we?
A slash attack that protects Kratos by pushing away all nearby enemies. I don't know if I've ever gotten that one. I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. I don't remember ever seeing it, but it's nice to have. It's a light attack. It comes out pretty quickly. It's a stun one. Do like the stun, but I think I'm gonna keep the Blast of Hestivus. Just because like how quickly it comes out and then its massive burn potential. Though, yeah, this one only does one bird once. Yeah. Not a huge fan of it. Cyclone. Don't care about that, I don't think. Yeah, the rest of these kind of poopy, right? Kind of poopy. First try. One of these days, you know, in 5-10 years, I'll give this game another official go on challenge mode, and I'll hate every second of it. But the game really does become easier once you start doing side missions, and I think if I just stuck with it up until we got to Brock's workshop, that first stream, we would have been in a much, much better place. What the frick am I supposed to be doing right now? Opening this door? Once we get RPG elements, better armor, runes, and stuff like that, it just becomes like a simple task.
There's the bridge. We did it. The tower's back where it belongs.
Now Tyr's travel room can take us to Jotunheim.
How did Tyr do this?
Odin suspected the giants secretly possessed some remnant of primordial Jotnar creative essence, the stuff all realms were made of. The Unity Stone must have been fashioned from that essence. To trust an outsider with it, even Tyr, tells you just how desperate they were.
Yeah, but now
we can finally let
everyone-
out the Rangers and see what happens.
Now everyone can get to Jotunheim.
All right, last one. Going.
Cool.
So we could have used that when we fought the Valkyrie Queen.
I love that they actually say something about it too. Reduces all damage from Valkyrie's attacks by 5%. Stacks up to 15% max, which is weird. Like, I don't remember seeing any other enhancement that does that. But it is what it is. Labor complete, light the world. Nice. A bunch of XP, but don't really need it. Well, it feels good to finally get it done, though. Let me tell you that much. Do we want to try it? Seeing if Jorgmundur will say anything? I'm kind of curious.
I don't think we should disturb Jormungandr without some reason.
Okay, sure. I feel like the land of the giants is a good reason to tell the giant worm snake. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. These jerkwads still don't have anything to say? Alright, fair. I hate that like they front-loaded the first part of the game with like all the dialogue. Now that we're here towards the end, no one has anything cool to say.
Jotunheim, but we must cover our tracks. Odin's ravens will tell him of the tower's restoration, and we mustn't let our efforts be to his benefit.
Very well.
Momo, I'm gonna preempt this with the just saying, if at some point Kratos says, and he gets cut off and corrects himself and calls his son Atreus or anything else, like he just interrupts himself, we're counting that as a 0.5. That's not a full point. It doesn't count. So let's just be prepared. Don't type in boy if he goes bleh and he interrupts himself. We don't count that. We need full names. Where am I supposed to be going? Where's Jotunheim? No. 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 It's this one, isn't it? No. Jesus Christ. What the f... I was just supposed to connect it. I was already on Jotunheim. I should have just looked at the top. I just needed to hit X. I'm such an idiot sometimes, dude. I swear to Christ.
Hold on, wait a minute. This isn't going to work. What? There's no travel crystal. Tyr must have used his own eyes to refract the energy. It was his final failsafe.
You've got eyes like him, Mimir.
I've got an eye. One! Odin plucked out my other eye precisely to keep me from traveling. Sorry, lads. Thought that would work.
What did
Damn.
Odin do with your other eye?
They've kept it. Any of 100 places, I'm afraid.
We've come so far. There has to be a way.
Look, bit of a long shot, but for years I've seen Sindri, sometimes Brock, lurking around in that mountain when Odin came for his visits. Maybe they know something.
Brock and Sindri.
Finally, dude, these guys are actually going to do something useful. Well, let's see. Maybe they just have it, you know, and it's not some long, drawn-out quest journey to go find it. Oh, Brock and Sindri, I have a question for you.
Hey guys, question for you. Anyone know where we can find Mimir's other eye?
Oh. That's... I'm sorry. As a matter of fact, Odin asked me to... He wanted me to build a...
Jesus, man.
Showed it to me, you see, and I...
Spit it out.
Declined. Sorry. Will you excuse me? Oh.
Well, that was useless.
You know, it was about that same time that Odin came around looking for me to build a statue with some sort of hidden compartment. Now, that not being a weapon and the Aesir being a bunch of pock-speckled cockers, I too saw fit to decline. But I know he got it built just the same.
What was the statue?
It's that one of Thor out there flashing his sack to the lake.
The statue that the serpent ate.
Sorry about that. Feeling much better.
How are we supposed to look inside the snake?
I was pretty positive that we had to go inside Jorglender, and it seems like that might be the
See
case.
what the world serpent has to say about that.
I think we need to go get Mimir's eye.
I don't know what lies ahead, but now would be a good time to make sure your gear is ready for the worst.
I was
Once more to the horn.
I was pretty sure, but then I was like, was it a fever dream? There's no way, not in this game. I must have been thinking of like Kingdom Hearts or like messing up Ocarina of Time. Straight up, we're going inside the fucking world serpent, dude. Blech. The first time I actually agree with Sindri here. Blech. This dude's gonna have rank ass breath.
Ready.
Are we also gonna ask him who called him before? Someone had called him while we weren't here. That's probably an important question, right?
Is the statue lost to us?
He thinks it might still be in his stomach. And he's open to letting you roll into his mouth to look inside.
Ew. Really?
By the by, he's not wild about it either.
Well, hopefully it's not towards his butthole, because that's like 40 miles long. That's a long ass snake to travel through.
So, are we really doing this? Letting the serpent swallow us?
Yeah,
You do not have to come.
Well, I'm not gonna miss this.
we're going inside. Colonoscopy time. You can enter through my mouth. No, snake. That's not the entrance we need. Go. He just had to hold a grudge.
No.
Well, brothers, I've been to many strange places, but this will be a new one.
Yeah, I've never been in a giant's belly either. How about you, Father?
Never one that was not trying to eat me.
You really should expect that sort of response at this point.
That's a lot of seawater in your mouth. No, I guess it's a lake. It's a lake.
Here we go.
Thirsty boy. Cool. You can see the walls actually like expanding and contracting because of the light filtering through. Cool. Belly of the beast.
Funny. I used to dream about getting eaten.
Dreams are nothing
I'm
to
not afraid. It just reminded me of a way I used to feel when I was a child.
I don't
Find that
know
statue.
if my brightness is just so low and it's hard to see or if it's supposed to be like this, but I can't see shit in front of me, dude. Unless it's like 2 inches in front of me. I can't see nothing. Granted, we're inside a giant
I
snake.
thought it'd be a bit like heather ale fermenting. Rather pleasant, actually.
You're so weird.
Honestly, I hope I can. Oh,
That is water, isn't it?
Aye. Most of it.
it got bright. Is he opening his butthole? How is it bright in here? Weird.
You want to be cheer?
I don't need this,
the hammer.
but I can't ignore it knowing that it's there, right? We would all be upset if I missed that. That's the general consensus, right? Can I go this way? Is there anything over here? No. Bioluminescence? Nah, I think he just opened up his butthole. We're getting light from the other side. Look how much brighter it is down here, towards the ends, right? That's an open butthole. Oh, okay. Or it could be a shining light. It could just be a light shining. That also makes sense.
Over there.
Alright, let's see what this does. Is that enough? Or should I do it one more time? Yeah, see, it still doesn't solve my problem. I actually don't know where I'm going. Clearly you need to get up there, but... Oh, I think I can break this. Nailed it. Yeah, just some undigested docks. You know how it goes. Sometimes you get hungry and you just eat a whole dock. It happens. Put worse things in my mouth sometimes. Too early. Oh no, we're on it. Never mind. Send it back. The munchies. The munchies hit hard.
No, it's not like I can still see through it.
I'm gonna assume that shining light, that beacon, is brighter than the sun. That might be our goal. All day.
Yep, that's an eye.
Maybe you should stick that in my head for safekeeping. Gently now, gently. Thank you, brother. You don't miss depth until it's gone.
Dude's got like an automatron eye, right? I figured it was just like an eye with a rune on it or something, but like straight up, dude has like a mechanical eye. That shit's wild. Anyways, I don't know how many chests that totally is. You know, I was saying like, oh man, I've missed some chests. I don't know where I missed them. Guess it was in Jorgmundur the whole time. And inside the Temple of Tyr. So I actually am curious, where are we at with that whole thing? Artifacts obviously is still missing 2. Lore markers still missing 2. Damn, that didn't count. Tyr's Temple didn't seem to count. Missing 1 Nornir chest and 1 legendary chest. And a realm encounter. Damn, dude. Hey, Kara, how's it going? It's going decently. We're inside our snake
Well, I
sun.
wouldn't say I'm feeling whole again, but it's a right improvement.
You know, just drifting into our snake sun.
It'll serve.
Then we have all we need.
Finally, we're going to Jotunheim. There's no stopping us now.
Laddie, have you ever heard the term tempting fate?
Fate is another lie
Told by the gods, yes, of course. You really are your father's son, you know.
How was your trip, Kara? I'm assuming you've made it home okay? Or are you still in Dallas, was it?
So how do we get back out?
We signal.
What's going on? Well, that was mildly terrifying. Maybe our presence is upsetting Jormungandr's belly.
No. Something is wrong.
Is he fighting? Is Baldur here? Punching his guts?
What's happening to him?
Nothing good.
Home safe, and it was Dallas. Glad to hear it. Hopefully it was a good fun trip
Is he
for
getting
you.
hit? What is that?
We must hurry.
Couldn't agree more, brother.
It'd be faster if you just vomited us up.
Hold tight and watch your balance.
The board shifting! I'm good at that!
I love how they were so proud. Like Corey Barlog was like, no cuts, not a single cut in the game. Yet we've clearly had 2 cuts right there. Those black screens were clearly cuts. You can't tell me anything else. Snake Boy down, bro.
Boy!
I'm good.
2.
I think I'm getting kind of used to this.
And Kara, we've officially hit over 200
Something we
boys.
did?
No. Something else. A dead giant. Why would the serpent leave us here?
Look! Freya. We can still trust her. Right?
Until we know for certain, keep a distance.
The world's serpent. What's happened here?
We hoped you would know.
You are far from home.
I'm looking for my son. The 2 of you. You helped me see things more clearly.
You do not know where he is then?
No. But the woods and fields speak his name. I know he walks here in Midgard.
When did you see him last?
Long ago. Before you were even born. Why are you
Wait.
standing so far from me?
We know things now.
What's wrong? Something's happened.
There!
I had a feeling hurting the big snake would bring the two of you out in the open. Do you have any idea at all, what you have cost me?
Well, he can't be hurt, so getting out of hell can't be that difficult for him.
My boy.
Nothing physical or magical can hurt him, so he could probably just stroll right out.
I'm here. Don't run away.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere, Mother.
I know that you're still angry. I know that how you feel hasn't changed, but I want you...
How I feel? How I feel? I've spent the last 100 years dreaming of this moment. I rehearsed everything I ever wanted to say to you, every word, to make you understand exactly what you stole from me. But now, I realize I don't need you to understand anything. I don't need you at all.
No, back off, Kratos. This has nothing to do...
This path you walk, vengeance, you will find no peace. I know.
You... I'll deal with you later. But family first.
Bro, that's your mother. I don't care what you have to say, just walk away.
This again?
Here it is. Crud. Freya? She's gone. She just straight up disappeared.
You have to go, please.
Oh, just fucking try it. Oh, oh! Where'd she go? Oh, she's up there. Well, you need to do something. Freya, if you're gonna do something, you need to do it. Don't watch us just bust your boy up.
I hate you. Yes, with your blood.
Yeah, they need to go to some kind of Nordic therapy. Oh, that arrow through his face! Damn, Atreus, nice shot, bro. Nice shot, son.
I said stop!
You might want to turn away, boy. This won't be pretty.
I won't let you hurt him.
No, boy.
Fine.
Stop! No! Atreus! You're bleeding. Breathe, boy. Breathe!
Not my blood.
What is that? I can feel this. I can feel everything.
That was a bad delivery, right? Freya's no.
Vulnerable now?
Oh, it's her. She's reanimating. I was like, what the frick?
What's going on?
Oh, yeah. No,
Trying to kill us?
I was specifically talking about Freya's no. It was a bad delivery.
Baldur punched the mistletoe?
In the quiver strap, yes. Mistletoe harmed him.
Freya said it was wicked.
He's more than harmed. The spell is broken.
He can be killed.
I'm certain of it. It's all coming back now.
Now he remembers.
Convenient.
She's controlling that thing?
Stay out of it! I can reason with him!
No, woman! You cannot! He means to kill you!
I mean, that's kind of her prerogative, right?
No one can!
If he kills her, then we kill him, right?
If he kills me, I will protect him! I will not let him die!
Don't touch it. This will all be over soon.
Like, if she just did something now, right? So that we don't have to fight him,
We'll stop this! Now!
instead of trying to stop us, I feel like that would be a lot better. But she's not really doing anything to really stop Boulder. She's more trying to stop us, and it's just like, clearly he's focused. Freya, stand between us, and then Kratos just let her do her thing. If she dies, she dies. Where's the hand? Here it comes. Can I call the axe? Oh, I can.
Feeling glorious feeling.
I don't think we were at axe point. Is that even hurting him?
I feel. Freezing.
What other skills does Baldur have besides the invulnerability? That was kind of like his thing, right? Look out where. Oh, shit. Oh, he's freezing. Oh, okay, I think I need to switch over to the Blades of Chaos. Yeah. He's a cold boy. I don't know what the hands do. Okay. Well, it didn't hurt me, so I don't really care, but interesting.
Wind. I can feel them.
Oh, nice dodge, brother. Nice dodge, I'll actually admit that one. Oh, ran right into it. That was my bad. He's a quick boy, but AoEs always win. Go, get him, Atreus! Belt him with the arrows. She's really not doing anything effective here. She's really not. She could be doing so much more. Yeah, she could. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She could totally just grab Baldur and take him somewhere else. She's almost like instigating the fight more than she's helping. Honestly, like, and this is gonna sound so bad, but like, we ever watch like those fight videos or something, and all you just hear is like some lady in the background, ah, stop it, over and over, and you're like, lady, you're not doing anything. They've committed to that fight.
Stop this! Reba!
Damn. Oops. That was from downtown, dude. It's my favorite little line. I love when he does that. Because he sounds so dumb when he does it. I think we can all agree. But I love it at the same time. Like, it just makes me giggle. Oh, AoE. Gotcha. Fair. I do wonder if I should go rage mode or just kind of ignore it. No, there's more dudes. I'll be fine. Send it right back to sender. Turn that. Oh, damn. Nice. I'll give it to you, dude. That was a nice juke. That was a nice juke. I'm pretty sure I can just straight up block that or something. It's usually what those yellow circles mean. He has a Joker laugh. It's pretty. It's kind of Jokerish. I could see it. It just sounds deranged though. It's like, bro. Kratos, just let him go do his thing, dude. Like, legitimately, just stay right here. You really don't need to do anything right now. He's left you alone. Let him do what he needs to. I know you don't want Freya to die. It's fine, I get it. But, like, what's the outcome of this? She clearly doesn't want you to do it. What do you think is going to happen when you do? That she's going to be like, oh, okay. You know what? You're right.
Don't have to do this.
Let him live with the consequences. Whoops, that's right. I forgot about that. Forgot how to do that. So I do, again, wonder what was Baldur's powers before he got invulnerability? Because he has this, like, fire and frost thing, which I don't think is a true thing. I think it's just a gameplay mechanic, right? Because we have a fire blade and a frost axe. Do it again. Okay. Damn, dude.
Before you die, I want to thank you. Both of you. You've done what even the All-Father himself could not. I've never felt more alive. Ironic, isn't it?
It's crazy because, like, he's healing himself. He's lost his spell, so, like, he's healing. So maybe that's just a god trait. Because we've cleaved him with the axe and the blades at this point. Love a big old stomp. Shit feels real nice. Ah, damn, I lost it. Alright. We're on to the blades. Okay, he's doing it again. Shit. And he's fire. Okay, I think he's switching each time. Where'd he go? Nice hit, dude. That was good. That was some good. He sounds like a goat, honestly. Seems like speed and elements is his power, possibly. But again, it could just be a gameplay thing, so I'll be interested. Here it comes. It's like Zeus all over again. Oh god, damn Kratos. He speaks the tongue. He's got him by the head. Alright, we're good now, Kratos. We're good. Just let it be. Let Freya take care of the rest.
Do it! Do it!
Stop. Please.
Chop off a leg if you want, dude. Cripple him. But like...
He's beaten, Father. Not a threat.
There we go.
You will not come for us again. You will not touch her.
I don't need your protection.
Just can't help yourself. Can you, Mother?
Just go give him a hug, dude.
No matter what.
He hasn't felt a hug from a person.
You won't.
He'll probably feel better.
You won't stop interfering in my life.
Just like give him a hug and some
Trying to
ale.
protect you. I've made mistakes. I know. But you're free now. You have what you want. Try to find forgiveness. We can build something new.
No. We can't. Because I will never forgive you. You still need to pay for the lifetime that you stole from me.
I have paid. I have paid. But if that alone will make you whole, if seeing me dead will make things right, I won't stop you.
I know.
What? No, Father!
I love you.
Why do you even care? You could have walked away.
The Sigurians here must be better than this.
No, my boy! My dear sweet boy!
Freya. He chose this.
I will rain down every agony, every violation imaginable upon you. I will parade your cold body from every corner of every realm and feed your soul to the vilest filth in hell. That is my promise.
He saved your life.
He robbed me of everything. Everything. You were just an animal. Passing on your cruelty and rage, you will never change.
And you do not know me.
I know enough. Does he?
Boy, Listen close. I'm from a land called Sparta. I made a deal with the god that cost me my soul. I killed many who were deserving. And many who were not. I killed my father.
That was your father in hell. Is this what it is to be a god?
Yup.
Is this how it always ends?
Yup.
Sons killing their mothers? Their fathers?
No.
Yup.
We will be the gods we choose to be. Not those who have been. Who I was is not who you be. We must be better.
We'll see about that, Kratos. Ragnarok hasn't happened yet.
Well, guess we're the bad guys now.
In her eyes, yes. But she could never make that choice.
I'm calling it self-defense. I'm just saying.
We should finish this journey while I still have strength.
Well, that was an emotional
understand.
hammer.
I know saving her was the right thing. But she seemed all evil at the end.
Not evil. You killed her son, lad. Her son. The death of a child is not something a parent gets over easily.
But he was gonna kill her.
She would have died to see him live. Only a parent can understand.
So you'd let me kill you?
If it meant you would live. Yes.
Look, there was no easy choice. For anybody, brother. But I think we can all agree you did the right thing. The world's a better place with Freya in it. Just give her time, lads. She'll come around.
Back
Yeah.
to Tyr's temple then.
I doubt that.
One last time.
Aye. Jotunheim awaits.
I'll be disappointed if at the end of the day Freya does forgive
Why did
us.
Baldur say we cost him?
Odin must have convinced him that following you to Jotunheim would bring his cure. Lies, I'm sure.
Why did mistletoe break the spell?
Vanir magic is powerful, but its rules are slippery and elusive. I'm sure it makes sense if you're a witch. Oh, but it's also bloody tragic. Baldur was the greatest gift Odin granted Freya, the one thing she treasured from their marriage. She only hoped to spare him pain and spare herself loss. But such impulses can lead good parents to make terribly stupid decisions.
Truth. So, we have some options on where this could go, right? There's a possibility that throughout the course of Ragnarok, Freya tries to come and kill us, and by herself, and then by the end, she either does, or we kill her, or another option is same thing, tries to kill us throughout the entirety of the game, but then she stops, and when she sees what the Aesir gods are kind of up to, she decides she wants to help us because she works through her grief in some Vanir way. Another option is that she tries to bring the Vanir, the entirety wrath of the Vanir, down upon us because we killed or upset one of their own. I don't exactly know how that will work, but, you know, it could be a possibility. She could be like a Mr. X situation in Resident Evil, where she's just stalking us like Nemesis throughout the entire freaking game. Or, you know, it just... I don't know. I don't know what other options we have. The world's a better place with an okay Freya, and the world is probably bad if she's upset. Yeah, it can't be good that she's upset at us. But you're right. It could be possibly beneficial for us to have Freya's possible redemption on our side. Or, like, trick her into using her Vanir magic to help kill the Aesir? I don't really know. But Freya can't do much right now because of Odin. Yeah, Odin's bullshit. That's true. She does have a magical, what is it, curse or spell put on her? Odin knows Vanir magic, so he like it doesn't work. But see, like, is it? She can still use her magic. Is it? She can't use it against Odin, but it can work against Thor, or it can work against any other Aesir god. I don't know. I would have to like dig through those dialogues because they did mention what Odin did throughout the marriage or whatever. I couldn't tell you which episode that was in. I feel like Kratos and Atreus are going to have to try to find a way to stop her without killing her. I don't see her ever forgiving though. Yeah, I don't really see her forgiving, but I do see an uneasy alliance, right? Which one is worse, Odin or Kratos? I could see both of them being really bad. Maybe we have like another fight where like Freya's on the sideline, like a three-way fight again, kind of like how we just did with Baldur. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows? But she has no love for any of the Aesir gods. Baldur was the only one that she liked because it was her son. She doesn't love Odin. She doesn't give a shit about Thor or any of the others. So I don't know, man. I really don't know. Maybe if it like comes down to, hey, if you at least help us do something, we can get you back to the other Vanir, because she's banned from going back to Vanaheim. So Odin is definitely worse. Yeah, 100% from our perspective at least. And I would assume also Freya's perspective, but again, grief of a mother sort of deal. You can't really quantify that. It's gonna be interesting, man. November 9th is it's so close but yet so far away. It's so close yet so far. Yeah, she can't leave Midgard, and that's where it's like it comes down to is like if the idea pops in her head that if we kill Odin, the spell on her breaks so she can finally return to Vanaheim, then she might be like, yo, I can go see my people again.
After completing his father's masterwork, the Great Wall of Jotunheim, he thought of nothing but making the Aesir pay for their crimes against the giants. Once he longed to fight Thor, but tragedy had brought wisdom to Hrimthur and cunning. He observed that Asgard's walls were half-built and shoddy, for no Aesir god could be bothered with such tiresome labor.
Oh, I think I know this story.
Adopted the guise of an ordinary
yeah,
man
dude.
and made the Aesir an offer. He would build them majestic new walls, and if he couldn't build them within 2 turns of the season, they would owe him nothing for his labors. And if he succeeded, he asked only for an audience with the goddess Freya. Odin agreed, knowing the task was impossible, but intrigued by the stranger. Hrimthur made short work of it, of course. He had the benefit of his father's training and the aid of a magical stallion for fetching stones. Odin was not happy to find himself on the losing end of the wager, but he seemed to uphold his end of the bargain. Freya was sent to meet the mason, and to her surprise, he wanted only to whisper something in her ear.
It's different than the one I know.
He made his way out of Asgard. And when he found Thor awaiting him at the gates of Midgard, he knew he had been double-crossed. But he didn't care, because his plan was complete.
It was? What did he say to Freya?
Only she could say for certain, but I've had many moons to work it out. Hrimthur knew that Freya loathed the Aesir, despite her marriage to Odin, and I believe he gave her the secret to Asgard's defenses. Some weakness he may have built in, structural or magical, which I expect will be exploited come Ragnarok when Surtur arrives to burn Asgard to ash.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, oh, they change it. I'm like, oh, because the outcome can't happen because of something, some time whammy jammies. I don't really know. I'm just curious how they're gonna fit in that character. It's just like, how does? Because so many lores and stories revolve kind of around the trickster Loki. Like, what do you do when he's not there? What do you do when he is there? It's an interesting world they've set up with these myths. So it's like, again, you do almost wonder, it's like Mimir here is like the wisdom, the god of wisdom or whatever, or has like all the knowledge, the all-seeing eyes and blah, blah, blah. But like we've been proven like he's got some gaps in his memory, be magical or because we lopped off his head and whatever. So it's just like, are characters magically omitted from these stories, or is he choosing to omit them, or were they just straight up not part of that tale? Because I can't really, like, I mean, I guess you can, but like, I can't imagine a Thor without his brother Loki. Because a lot of things just straight up change at that point. And it's like, it's fine, right? The God of War has always changed mythologies and stuff like that and like made the characters fit in their world, but it's just like, it's so interesting. Like, I don't find anything wrong with it. I just find it interesting, and I'm curious to see how they're crafting this Norse universe.
Here we go! I can't believe we're gonna see the giants.
Well, if things work according to plan.
Now that he has both of his eyes.
Jotunheim, and we'll be on our way.
All right.
Probably.
Let's see if we can do it. Jotunheim should be off to the left, right? There it is.
Boy, ahead. Get ready.
Oh, right. Got it. Let's hope this doesn't cause you to explode or anything.
Oh, hadn't considered that. Maybe we should talk about this a bit more.
Nah,
Too late.
I'm sure you'll be fine. Ready?
That's unpleasant!
Now, boy. We must be close.
Well, what are we waiting for? Think it's far?
We will see.
A word, please, before we continue. Listen, the last thing you two need up there's a decomposing heat ruining the moment. Why don't I wait for you here? This is between you and the boy.
True. But if someone were to
My
fight...
lady sips soft, perfect sloshers. You done did it.
Sorry.
Brock.
We had to see this.
Oh, no. No, 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 no. Ah, fine, damn it. Fine.
Watch the head till we return.
I can do this. No, no, I can't. Oh.
Okay.
Ready.
Should I pull out Kratos' nip-naps? I don't feel like this armor is good. Kratos needs some free nips. Excuse me, what? Thank you. That should be good. Free the nips. Free Kratos nips.
Boy, do I have plans for you.
You hurry back.
I don't know why Brock has quickly become one of my favorites. I'm still not into Sindri as much, but Brock has wormed his way into my heart, my cold, dead heart. Damn, dude. Now imagine, oh my god, imagine if at the end of God of War 1, you ascend into Olympus like this. I'm sorry, but remake God of War 1 through 2 in this engine. I would even say you can remake 3. I would love a remake of God of War 1 and 2. Jesus. They still hold up. They're still fantastic games, but man, with these graphics, a little bit like of a remake, so like a little bit of a retelling.
We're on the giant's fingers.
Oh god.
I can see the highest peak ahead.
I would eat that shit up.
Right over there. We did it.
We did.
What are you doing?
I have nothing more to hide.
I've always wondered why they're bloody. Do the wounds just like constantly open up? Or does he just never change his rags?
Can we go now? We're so close.
Boy. Carry her.
Right, blood soaked because of murder. You're right. That's a good point. I have nothing left to hide. Let me put my gauntlets back on. Completely ruined that moment, dude. They should have just kept them off.
It's nothing. I just thought I'd hear voices by now.
Ah, shit. Video games are fun, man. That's some funny shit. Cool.
Hello? Anybody here?
Come, brothers. We walk, we march.
What is this place?
They must have all come through here when they left Midgard. What was left of them.
Carry your wounded. No one gets left behind. I need to watch the newest Ring of Power.
Why carve all these faces?
What if this is all the giants that got out of Midgard alive? Not really many at all.
You know what? I've decided I'm gonna become a billionaire. I'm gonna become the next billionaire. I'm gonna start carving cool statues like this, right? When did we as humans stop making cool things like the Easter Island heads and whatnot? Man, I want to walk into my house and this be my front room.
Odin and Thor, ruining everything for everybody.
Where are they now?
The giants came back home so they could survive. But I'm not sure they did. Huh. Who's the Guardian?
The Guardian. Dude, look at this text. So cool. I wonder if this is like a real thing that someone could work out and cipher out. Whoa, okay. The Guardian returns. We foresee Midgard's fate, overrun a second hell. Neither Odin nor his dead may reach Jotunheim. The way must be shut. The serpent and the Guardian remained. They alone shall keep our hope. When doom befalls the indestructible, only then shall the Guardian return. Until then, we await a better world. One without fear, without greed, without war. We wait for deliverance and justice. We wait for a champion. We will wait for a word. We will wait for word that gods grow good. Hope that the world gets here soon. Was it this one? Which one was the one that they were talking about with Odin? Maybe the dream of Midgard? Midgard was a dream of what could be if we shared and collaborated. Jotnar, Aesir, Vanir, Elf, Dwarf, and mortals, most of all. It was beautiful, but not everyone is capable of sharing. Some believing anything uncontrolled is savage and threatening. And so we were mocked, and tricked, and used, and then slaughtered. Odin and his tribe were barred from our realm, but it was not enough. The wrath of Thor and his terrible hammer have thinned our numbers in Midgard to the brink of ruin. There is no option but to withdraw, while yet any live to do so. Odin and Thor would have killed all the giants if they could, and they got away with everything. Damn. love it.
I should feel them, but I don't. This place is dead. What happened to them? Why'd Mom send us here?
One question is answered and two more take its place.
Wait! Father! Something's happening. It's your axe. It's Muller. Look. She's arguing with a bunch of giants. She knew giants? That's us. The first time we met the world serpent. But how?
So there's a piece missing. And it actually ends up in the beginning of the game near our house.
Wait. They knew everything that was going to happen. The dragon in the mountain, the stone mason, all these drawings. This is our story.
No. This is your story.
But what does it all mean?
That I was not the only parent with secrets.
You didn't know. She was a giant. I'm a giant. Why didn't she tell us?
She sent us here knowing we would find this.
But why not just tell us the truth?
Your mother would have had good reasons. Baldur was never sent to find me. He was tracking her all along, not knowing she was only ashes.
If she had a plan for us, I trust it. Whatever it is. Besides, she hasn't been wrong yet. Come on. We're so close to the end now.
Yes. Yes, we are.
Whatever's coming out of his mouth, I wonder if that's how the World Serpent gets birth. Or if it's just something else like magic power. Damn. I hate that we can't go look at that again. Cock block. And then there's something over here. Walking with... wolves? So, like, I don't know the order, but it seems... nah, it seems out of order, but, like, in order. I'm not quite sure what's going on here, because, right, we have her talking to the giants, then us doing it. So we need to find, or, like, look back at the piece. What the fuck? Is she there with us? Weird. There's the piece that I said in the beginning of the game near our house that kind of fits right here. It's a different size for sure, so it's kind of weird that it feels like it fits there, but it doesn't. It could be a piece from over there, I don't really know. But like the order, I'm not quite sure of it, right? Because it feels like she's talking to the giants, time skip, blah, blah, blah. Us going to talk to the World Serpent for the first time is about here. I'm assuming this is her burial and the funeral at the beginning of the game after we've chopped down the trees. Then our adventures. Let's see if we can parse out. That's the dragon. This is later because that's the... Oh, red is Freya. Red is Freya. Red is Freya. Red is Freya. I see. Freya over there. Okay, okay, cool, 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 cool. So our fight with the giant, because there's the nail, the chisel in his head. Cool, cool, cool. I don't know which one that is. Oh, that's Modi and yeah, I forget. Magni and Modi, Thor's sons. That's us going to hell. I don't know what this in-between thing here. I don't know what the hell that is. The weird thing is, like, what's this? That reminds me of... Can't be Baldur's death. Maybe that's just a symbol for death? Because that's our fight, and this is all connected into one. I originally thought that was Faye's death, but she's over there. So that can't be it. So that must be Baldur's death. Yeah, I thought that was the pyre too. I mean, it is, but it may be Baldur's pyre, because this is all for the fight that we just did with Freya and Baldur. So the timeline would recommend, since it's going left to right, that would have to be Baldur's pyre, whatever Freya's doing currently. And then skip, something's happening over here. Atreus holding Kratos with some kind of magical thing coming out of his mouth. Don't know what that is. It almost looks like Odin's ravens up over there, right? It looks like the world tree possibly, or like branches of it in ravens. I see 2 ravens. That's usually the symbol of Odin. And then whatever happens, that's Atreus walking with wolves. So there's a chance that it's like, I'm sorry, yeah, it's Atreus walking with wolves, but like at this point we just gotta say, right, one could be Fenrir, the other 2 could be the ones that are chasing the sun and the moon. I don't know. It's just like there's so many directions they could take it, right? And I think it's impossible at this point, without having worked at Sony Santa Monica, to know where they were going. I thought it was Kratos bleeding, very likely. You know, we have seen Kratos be stabbed through the chest with the blade of Olympus, get sent down to hell, and make his way back. So there's a very good chance in Ragnarok Kratos does die. We take over as Atreus, a la freaking The Last of Us Part 1, where you take over Ellie for a season, and then Kratos worms his way back out of hell, and you finish the game. Because I really can't imagine, and I really hope they don't. I'm hoping they don't make Atreus the new god of war, right? I really wouldn't be down with the sickness if, you know, the game ends and Atreus is the new god of war, let's say, and they're like, 5 years later, the new God of War is about to be announced at E3 or Summer Game Fest or the Game Awards, and it's the new God of War title, and it's Atreus in like Egypt, and I'd be like, ah, fuck. I'd be so mad. Like, I'm normally not one of those people who's like, yo, you got to keep legacy characters, don't evolve the story. Like, I hate that Dragon Ball Z never let Gohan have the time to shine. I hate when like fans are like, you know, God of War's not God of War without Kratos, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I probably wouldn't play another God of War game without Kratos. It just don't feel right. It just don't feel right. I mean, the theme here is about breaking the cycle, right?
She was here. She saw every step we took before we took it. Like she was always with us. Watching over us, leading us home.
They have kind of beat that into our heads, breaking the cycle, right? But the Greek saga was kind of like that too, sort of? I don't really know, because like, at the end of the day, the whole Greek saga from like the first God of Wars is a Greek tragedy. So like, the resolution makes sense, right? There's no happy ending in Greek tragedies. I don't really know that if there's a story structure, I'll say, to Norse mythologies and tales, right? They're all kind of just like passed down verbally in poems and stuff. Short stories. So I don't really know if they're following a story structure. I'd just be really upset if Kratos like officially dies, and he may die at the end of the game, but like, if, again, I think the thing that would kill me is if we get a new character to be our new God of War. I don't think I would enjoy that too much, but I'd be willing to give it a chance eventually. It would just take me a while to get over that heartbreak.
Father?
No. We do it together. Son.
Damn, we should add a son counter. How many times does Kratos call him son? Twice. That's accurate. Sun counter 1. Her ashes glow. I wonder if there's any meaning for that, right? And so, like, again, a confusion comes through, because, like, I feel like they contradicted themselves, but they never really quite explained it too well. But there was a point when we were in the caves going up the mountain where Mimir says giants aren't just giant, it's just a race, kind of like how we would call ourselves human.
I love you, Mom.
So I'm confused why they're all giant here.
Giants.
So I think they can
They're all
shapeshift.
gone. There's nothing for us here.
Come.
So, I get that Mother was a giant.
No, I mean the ones that are
Makes me
over
part
here.
Giant and part God.
Those ones are wearing clothing.
Mortal.
Right.
They may be
Guess there's just one
statues.
thing I don't understand.
It's just weird that they're all in like death poses.
My name on the wall. The giants called me Loki?
Loki. That's the name your mother wanted for you when you were born. She must have called you that to her people.
But why?
A question for another day. Let us go home.
All right, we're not moving just yet. So like these are not statues. They can't be. Those are real giants dead. No one builds a statue looking like that. That's not a flattering pose to put any statue in. There's way too many here, right? And like you can see he's holding like a hammer over there. Blood, dry blood on these mountaintops. Weird that all the men are bald. I wonder if that's just a style. But I'm curious. I don't know. I would have to re-listen to what Mimir said. And, you know, there's a chance. Like, shape-shifting is a thing that gods are able to do. So maybe they can just become giants. Maybe they can just be regular people. I don't know. Maybe it's like a race difference. Like, you know, the mountain giants are all giant, but, like, the forest giants aren't. I don't know. Who knows? It's cool though. Yeah, the name drop was really cool. Never noticed that before. Yeah, it's weird. I'm sure things will get answered. It's just
Guess it all makes sense now. Why she
antsy.
want to end up here?
I'm just antsy. I need November 9th to be here.
But did she know it was going to be like this year? Is this what she wanted us to see? Did she want us to tell the people, or keep it a secret?
I do not know.
So what should we do?
I trust you to decide that.
Oh. So, why'd you want to name me Atreus? I know it can't be for a god.
No. He was a soldier. A Spartan.
A great warrior?
All Spartans are great warriors. We trained from birth. Our lives were discipline, duty, battle, and death. Life was grim, and we greeted it grimly. But Atreus of Sparta was unlike the rest of us. He wore a smile even in the worst of times. He was happy. He inspired us to hope that though we were machines of war, yet there was humanity in us. Goodness. When the day came for him to lay down his life in battle, his sacrifice saved countless others and turned the tide in our favor. I carried him home on his shield and buried him with all the honors of Spartan custom. His memory was a comfort in dark times.
Wow, you actually told a good story. Amir missed it.
That's a nice story. I like that. That's a nice moment to learn the origins of Atreus' name. I love it. Yeah, what a story, right? Especially like just knowing like Kratos' journey and like the Spartan warriors and the culture. It just that was a good story.
I understand if you want to go home, but maybe helping people was part of why Mom sent us out here, too. I mean, what would Atreus of Sparta do?
And what would Loki do?
Huh. That's a weird name. I'm glad we went with yours.
Dude, straight up, what if there's a twin? I'm just saying, what if there's a twin? I might be tearing up at that. Dude, it's a good one. It's a good one, especially after like the 20 hours, 30 hours we've been on this journey with the two of these idiots.
Lads, am I glad to see you? I believe I've reached my limit for dwarven charm.
Oh,
What
okay.
happened, Mimir?
They took an uncomfortable number of measurements and then proceeded to bicker about the weather.
Where do you want us to take you?
How about the warm confines of anywhere bloody else?
Explore with Atreus. Okay. Atreus. Atreus. I don't know where I came from with that. Continue exploring. Complete dwarven favors, free dragons, travel to Muspelheim, Niflheim, new items in shops. Find new items in the shops to get powerful equipment. That'll allow you to defeat all legendary corrupted Valkyries. New game plus allows you to start with the game while maintaining your equipment. Hack silver, purchasable item, new game, blah, 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 any time. Cool. But we ain't quite done yet. We ain't quite done yet. Is it better to fast travel? Or should we walk there?
Before we return to Midgard, I should warn you. More time has passed than you likely realize. The snowfall that began when you slew Balder has become something else. Stuff of omens.
For the coming of winter.
Not just any winter, but a great winter to span 3 summers. And when it's done, Ragnarok begins.
Ragnarok. From snow.
Aye, snow. Lots more snow. And then the end of the bloody world. In that approximate order.
Another prophecy.
No, brother. Prophecy doesn't expect this for 100 more winters at least. You've changed something. Prophecy didn't count on you.
We will get there, Kara. I'm gonna wait till credits officially roll, but I'm with you. I got them ready and finger on the trigger so we can see.
I'm telling you, it's Fimbulwinter. I can feel it in my stroke. This is the big one.
Stop saying that. Oh, you're making me very nervous. It was bound to snow sooner or later.
That ain't just snow, and you know it. It's the end times.
How dare you make me the voice of reason?
Guys?
Just discussing the weather. Bit of a cold snap lately.
What he means is, Fimbulwinter's upon us, boys. The winter to end all winters. I can feel it in my scrotum.
Yeah. We heard.
So, if you're heading home, try to keep moving, and also to not die.
Or if you're not heading home, same advice.
I'm gonna start weaving that into my vocabulary. I can feel it in my scrot. The question now is, do we take the realm between realms, or do we take the boat? Can I take the boat back? Ugh. Oh shit. What's the easiest way to get home? I think I might need to take this, but I don't want to miss dialogue is the problem, right? Like if they have a conversation, I want to know about it, but I really don't think there's a way back from here, because we came through the Witch's Woods and I don't think we can return. There is one. No, I don't think we can, dudes. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think there's a possible way to go. I think we're stuck. Damn. Well, we know we have a teleport right by our house, so there is that. There's this one over here, Wood's Edge. But I don't know if that will get us home. That's for the hidden chamber. This is for our house. I guess we'll just go home, right? We'll just go home. We'll leave it up to the experts to see if there's anything really great.
Carried the Unity Stone, didn't it? I wanted to fly again.
Yes, that's a terrible pity.
I wonder if we can still see it.
There's another thing I must let you know. From the time you were away in Jotunheim.
Well, tell us then.
It concerns Freya. She paid me a visit.
What did you tell her?
What little I know about where Odin may have kept her Valkyrie wings. Seems he's rather bent on reclaiming her warrior spirit.
Ooh.
I'm afraid the cycle of vengeance may not be so easily broken.
Leader of the Valkyries, Freya's spirit. While we were in Jotunheim, Freya found Mimir to ask where Odin might have kept her warrior spirit. That's a little scary. Yep, alright, confirmed. We're gonna be fighting, killing Freya as the leader, the queen of the queens of Valkyries. Rip Freya. That's gonna be fun. I wonder if they'll...
Home. Feels like a lifetime ago.
Bit drafty, maybe. It's a right improvement over having tree bark in your Tadger.
I wonder if the Valkyries will make an appearance and we have to do another Valkyrie gauntlet, right? We didn't officially kill the Valkyries, we just freed their spirits from their mortal shell. So they're free to go about their business. Now the question being is, will they get their mortal shells back? Can they get new bodies? Or are they just bound to the ones that we ripped their wings off of? Ugh.
Time to rest.
I'm gonna sleep through winter.
Home. Feels like an age since we've been here.
Okay, this'll do.
So we just live with Mimir now?
Sleep.
Way ahead of you.
I guess we just... Years later.
The ball.
That doesn't feel right. I'm calling it. That's a dream, dude. I'm calling it. Yeah, that's a dream. There's no way. One, Atreus isn't old enough, and they might have been doing it just to not spoil the fact that it's like time skip, blah blah blah. That was really weird. They're still wearing the same clothes. None of them look a day older. It feels real weird. If they told me like a few hours later, I would be like, cool, yeah, that makes sense. Years later, don't make no goddamn sense. I don't know. Never seen past the spreading of ashes. Damn. No, dude, you gotta return home. Gotta finish the journey. All right, y'all. So here it is. I guess I'll switch over while we're watching credits and stuff. Beautiful game. Fantastic game. Still love the pieces out of that game. There are still some gripes, obviously, right? To me, it's like the RPG mechanics don't need to really be there. I think I'm okay without those RPG mechanics. I don't want to say go back to the collecting of orbs and level up based off orb collection, but man, they need to cut down the amount of enchantments, the amount of armor, the amount of like runes, and like just all this extra fluff stuff. Like, cut it down to like 4 or 5 armors at best. That, yeah, sure, mix and match if you want, but like make them story armors, I would say, right? Classic upgrades for story armor. You get them on the main mission. Give me something else for side content if you want to do that. It's just like, there was a lot of fluff in this game. There truly and honestly was. The main story, fantastic. But like the Lake of Nine, it was cool to go through once. I don't know about the second time. I don't know if I'd ever want to do the entirety of like 100% completion, or even as much as I did again. But, you know, overall, I would say this is still as fantastic of a game that I thought it was in 2018. I still do miss some stuff from the original God of War series. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, I still never quite got used to the new Kratos voice actor. I think there was a lack of range in some of the baritoneness that he has there that the old Kratos used to have. So that's my own personal opinion. I still like this new guy as a voice actor, but I understand the reasoning for the change. They wanted to do voice acting with motion capture. The original voice actor is a smaller guy. I think the name is Christopher Judge, who does the new Kratos. He's like 6'4", he's massive, he's yoked. So it makes sense. You want to do vocal capture with body capture. Makes sense. Overall, the combat's good, I would say. I think it gets better once you get the Blaze of Chaos and have some options to open up, obviously. Yeah, Christopher Judge is great, I would say. But yeah, overall, I think the one major thing I would say that hampers this game is not being able to skip cutscenes. They went so hard on the whole never cutting away from Kratos one take sort of thing that like repeat playthroughs, if you just want to play the game, gets a little rough. It gets a little rough, but I mean, these are minor nitpicks at the end of the day, so still really good. This is so keyed into him saying boy. Yeah. We thank you. You know, I just want to say, Akara Momo, thank you so much for sticking with me and doing the counts. You know, I think it was just kind of a fun thing to do here with this game. Knowing that we are rolling credits, we now have an official count of 216 times Kratos has called Atreus boy, and we are rocking with a simple, easy, breezy 38 times he's said Atreus throughout the game. Fantastic. Fantastic. Too good. We'll have to roll those back into God of War Ragnarok. We will reset the count, and honestly, I think we should probably put the count in Discord and somewhere, probably like live stream chat or something like that, so we can refer back to it, because we're going to reset the counter for God of War Ragnarok for both of those things, at both Atreus and Boy, and at the end of Ragnarok, we will combine the tally and see officially throughout the Greek saga what we're at. So we'll see what happens. It was a fun journey, truly and honestly. I'm glad I got to replay it. Pin it, that should be fine. We don't post in live stream chat too much. I can put it under updates or something like that too. But man,
Atreus.
I hit a button.
Yeah, but I had the weirdest dream. Fimbulwinter was ending, and Thor came for us, here at the house.
It was only a dream.
But it felt different. It felt real. It felt like the future.
Then we will worry about it tomorrow. Today, there are still things we can do. Come.
Well, I knew I should have waited. We have a name drop. We have a full name drop. 39 is our final official count. He called Atreus one more time, and apparently that was a dream. It was in fact a dream. In any case, that will be the end of God of War. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me on the God of War. I really hope everyone on YouTube enjoyed these. We spent 9 days streaming this game. I had an absolute blast, but over the last 2.5 months of playing through the entire God of War franchise, I really enjoyed the entire experience all the way through. Obviously, still, I missed God of War Ascension, but I'm just gonna treat that one like the black sheep, the bastard child of the franchise. I'm not even gonna touch it or mention it any further, but culminating here in 2018, I've always said it, and I'll keep on saying, I'm so glad that I continue doing these franchise revisits, these franchise replays. it's just seeing things that you missed the first time, kind of seeing connecting threads of the story, the overall grand reaching thing. It's just so much fun, and I do recommend it to a lot of people. It's weird to me that like some people just jump into a franchise partway through. Like no one would ever jump into halfway through Harry Potter. You know, it's just like we don't do it for books. We don't usually watch like, I don't know, what do you want, Terminator 2 without watching the first Terminator? That's not a good example, but you kind of get where I'm putting it down at. So it's just like I recommend it. You get to find a lot of cool things, hidden secrets, callbacks, and just like overall seeing how things evolve over time is just like something personally that I enjoy. I understand everyone may not have the means. I understand everyone may not have the drive, but if you do have the means and the drive, I definitely recommend it. The old games do hold up still. They're a lot of fun, and there's some really cool things about Kratos' journey and character development that are misconstrued over the years. A lot of people think that Kratos is just this always angry, never happy, never have a somber moment type of guy who's just constant rage, no justification. But as we found out, there is a lot of justification for Kratos' actions. He's been betrayed. Gods are asking for it. I hate to say that, but like the gods are kind of assholes. And so Kratos' journey has been a fun one to go through. In any case, everyone on YouTube, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you once again for joining us on yet another Let's Play. It's time for me and Stream to start up a new franchise, so let's get going. All right, y'all. Peace out, and much love to you.